Today, I'm making kimbap that's packed with vegetables, especially the ones kids usually don't like carrots and cucumbers. I'm using a generous amount of both to add crunch, color, and nutrition. Carrots are slightly sweet when cooked, and cucumbers stay fresh and crisp. They're perfect together. Now for the protein, we're adding a soft egg omelette sliced into thin strips, and we'll also use tender chicken breast. It's light but filling, and it pairs so well with the veggies. Then slice it into bite-sized pieces. Hi, this is Addung Cook. Let's get cooking. First, rinse the onion, cucumber, and carrot thoroughly under running water. Make sure to wash off any dirt. They need to be nice and clean before we start slicing. I'm using frozen chicken breast today. Microwave it for 5 minutes, then season with salt and pepper for flavor. Microwave it again for another 5 minutes. Finally, shred the chicken by hand, and it's ready to use. Crack 3 eggs into a bowl and add a pinch of salt. Whisk them well with a fork or chopsticks until fully mixed. Heat a frying pan over medium heat and pour in the eggs. Cook gently without stirring until the eggs set into a thin omelette. Once cooked, remove it from the pan and let it cool. Then cut the omelette into strips or bite-sized pieces for the kimbap. After washing the carrots and cucumbers thoroughly, use a vegetable peeler to peel them thinly. This helps create a nice, crunchy texture for the kimbap. For the onion, slice it very thinly into strips. To remove the sharp, spicy taste, soak the sliced onions in water for a few minutes before using. Finally, we're making a delicious and healthy vegetable and protein kimbap without using any rice. This is a great way to enjoy all the fresh flavors and textures of kimbap, but with fewer carbs and more nutrients. It's perfect for a light meal or a satisfying snack. First, start by laying down a sheet of seaweed or gim on a clean surface. Make sure it's nice and flat to make rolling easier later. Now let's add our vegetables. I'm using thinly peeled carrots and cucumbers. Using a vegetable peeler helps to create thin, delicate strips that add a great crunch and texture to the roll. The key is to keep everything thin so the roll is easy to bite into. Next, add thinly sliced onions. Since onions can be quite strong and spicy, I soak them in cold water beforehand to soften the flavor. This step really helps balance the taste and keeps the roll fresh. After the veggies, add strips of soft cooked egg omelette. The egg adds a nice mild flavor and a bit of protein. You want the egg thin enough to layer nicely, but thick enough to give a good texture. Then, add shredded chicken breast. I prepared mine by microwaving frozen chicken breast, seasoning it, and shredding it by hand. The chicken adds a satisfying protein boost and pairs well with the fresh vegetables and egg. Once all your ingredients are lined up on the seaweed sheet, it's time to roll. This is the most important step. Using your hands, gently but firmly roll the seaweed over the fillings. Try to keep the roll tight so it holds together well and won't fall apart when sliced. If you want, you can use a sushi mat or even plastic wrap to help shape the roll tightly, but rolling by hand works just fine with a bit of practice. When your roll is complete, brush the outside with a little sesame oil or olive oil. This step adds a beautiful shine and a delicious nutty flavor that enhances the overall taste. Finally, use a sharp knife to cut the roll into bite-sized pieces. To get clean cuts, wipe your knife with a damp cloth between slices. This helps keep the kimbap neat and prevents the ingredients from squishing out. And there you have it, a colorful, healthy, and tasty vegetable and protein kimbap without any rice. It's perfect for those who want to eat light, but still enjoy the classic flavors of kimbap. Give this recipe a try at home and enjoy a fresh, nutritious twist on a traditional favorite. Now that your kimbap is all rolled and sliced, it's time to arrange it nicely on a plate. Presentation is key. Lay the pieces out in a way that shows off the colorful layers of vegetables, egg, and chicken. This makes it look even more appetizing and inviting for your family or guests. This rice-free vegetable and protein kimbap is perfect for anyone watching their diet or focusing on fitness. So because it's low in carbs but packed with nutrients and protein, it's a great choice for a healthy lifestyle. It's also a fantastic option for parties or gatherings with friends. Everyone will love the fresh, crunchy vegetables combined with tender chicken and egg, all wrapped in seaweed. Whether you're eating with family at home, sharing a meal after a workout, or bringing something unique to a party, this kimbap fits the bill. It's easy to make, delicious to eat, and visually stunning on the table. So gather your loved ones, serve this healthy treat, and enjoy the fresh flavors together.